So these are some stills from the reception that TxETRA put on for the Fully Charged Live team. It was our first chance for many of us to meet these guys who we've only seen on the internet before, and I was especially happy that I got to meet Robert Llewellyn. Unfortunately, Robert took ill and had to fly back to the UK. His team took over and did a great job. Chelsea Sexton spent a lot of time up on the stage, but this evening was a real true Texas evening in a real Texas honky-tonk, and everybody got to try a few margaritas, maybe have some tequila or beer, and we just sat around and, like EV nerds, talked about EVs. Some of them were brave enough to get out on the dance floor and have some fun, and of course anything at this bar that happens stays in that bar. It was a great evening. We all had a lot of fun, knowing that we had to get up and set that booth up the next day and get things going. So enjoy a little Texas music here, and we'll follow up with the show. Setting up for the show the next day, I saw the Rivian banner, and it took a while, but I finally got my first Rivian sighting of the SUV and the pickup, and then walked inside and started setting up the TxETRA booth. We had a lot of great illustrations of electric vehicles out there, and as I was walking back outside, guess who was walking in? It was Chelsea Sexton. We'd never met in person, but recognized each other right away, and she took me out to the parking lot where an Audi e-tron was pulling a trailer, and inside that trailer was an EV1 that was found recently in Tulsa. The Tulsa Audi dealership was nice enough to loan an e-tron so that they could bring that car down. Hey everybody, Buzz Smith. Today I'm at the Circuit of the Americas just south of Austin, Texas. We're here for Fully Charged America. Their show has, for the very first time, come to the United States. I've seen Chelsea Sexton. There's an EV1 here. The Rivian truck is here. Quite a few EVs in a ride and drive event. So you can actually ride the Chevy Volt. You can drive a Audi e-tron. I've seen a bunch of Model 3s going around. So come on down. We're having a great time, and we're waiting for the main stage to get started with Fully Charged Live North America 2020. Have a good one, and I'm sure I'll be reaching out to you throughout the day. Bye. The next day, folks started lining up. It was quite a line. They were all being ferried over from the remote parking lot by people in Bolt EVs and Tesla Model 3s and Tesla Model S's. So many of these people that came to the show that had never ridden or driven an EV before got ferried in that way. As you can see, it was standing room only. We had a packed crowd for almost every single discussion. And at one point, I just took a walk around. Now, check out this guy at the EV1 interviewing Chelsea. That's a really interesting stunt. You don't see a lot of those in Texas. There were displays by battery energy storage companies. There were solar panel companies, electric providers, all sorts of companies. Porsche had a Taycan there. Enjoying the show right there is TxETRA's Michael Osborne and Laura Morrison. Harley had a couple of their Lightning electric motorcycles there. And of course, more solar panel companies and alternative energy companies. And then here near the very front on the right-hand side, we see the TxETRA booth. And as usual, Stacey Abels manning the booth and talking to people about what TxETRA does for EV owners within the great state of Texas. And they start immediately picking up the pen and signing up to join TxETRA. I got another shot of me and Chelsea at the booth. There's that EV1 now out of the trailer. It was an amazing thing to see one of those. The interior was open. We couldn't sit in the car, but we could peek in and peek under the hood and see what everything was like there. And there's the GM Power Electronics plaque. And there's me and a legend, Smitty from TxETRA. Current Automotive is interesting. Check those out. And I even met a guy that only knew me from my blog. He had just moved to Texas. Now, this is not a real Cobra. This is a replica Cobra, but the company that's doing these transformations, converting them to electric, they both had a Datsun and a Cobra replica there. And here's one more look at that Harley-Davidson Lightning motorcycle.